Hello and welcome to 90 plus tutorials led by Dr. Hydro, a medicine and surgery student of the prestigious University of Ibadan. So what we basically do in this channel is tutorials, mentorship program, motivational video, educational content and medical school blog. So subscribe to our channel, like our video, comment, share them. So this is the second episode of 90 plus in UNIBADAN PUTME. The first episode was released days ago. You can just check it if you haven't watched it. So in that video, I discussed what UI POST-UTME is all about, what UI expect of you, and few past questions were solved at the end of this video, which I'm also going to do, in this video. So you cannot tell which question is going to be your number one question. So don't joke with them. So in this video, I'll be discussing UI control question. So just take your time to watch to the end. Like, comment, share. Importantly, like share the videos. Before that, let me just tell you this thing now. I think we you all might need this. University of Ibadan PUTME is an exam that can take like 2 to 3 days, no, 3 to 4 days, depending on how much the aspirants are. And every day like has like 4 batches, apart from Friday because of Jumat. So something about the exam is that every batch they are distinct, like they are just unique. So based on my understanding of the exam and my experience as a science student, which means this might not be true for non-science students. So for a science student, every batch they are unique, which means all those batches are going to experience different shades of UI shades, as in shaggy. I don't want to say it on my mouth. So all those batches are going to experience different shades of UI shaggy. So that's why I say they are distinct, they are different, they are unique. So if your friend that wrote on the one batch one just sent you a question that these are the topics it was asked, and you left your own lane to focus on those topics, well, precious, I'm very sorry to tell you that you are wasting your precious time. So they are unique, those batches are unique and they are distinct. So if your friend like say, today I was asked reproductive system, and you just leave other things that you are doing to focus on that reproductive system, people, I'm very sorry that that decision you're trying to make might not favor you. So those batches, they are distinct, they are unique. Every batches has something that is special and unique about them. So what's the essence of saying this thing? So the essence of saying this thing is that the shade of UI batch one, like the one batch one sees, is different from the one any other batch is going to meet again. So which means UI will only strike a certain type of shade just once in that year, and that's the another year. So you will not be able to use batch A to predict what is going to happen in batch B or other batches. Now, this is the reason why UI adopt this method of using like focus question. So like central question. What does that mean? That means that instead of UI asking you like you're asking your 25 question from like random topics, UI will now focus more on, they can focus more on 2 to 3 topics. So which means that your 25 question, majority of those questions, like it can just be like only 3 topics that will dominate those 25 questions. So the remaining can just be like little random questions. So that's why I said, so the reason why they do that is that if they can focus on one, just focus on 2 topics for a batch, they will have more other topics to show other batches shaggy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So UI will only strike a certain shaggy once in that year, and that's all for that year. So till another year. So because if your friend now tell you that this is what I was asked and you focus on it, I'm 90% sure that you will be disappointed. You'll be disappointed. So if you see a certain question from a particular topic and you don't know it, just know that you are cooked. Because your next 7 question can be from that topic, especially if it's in subject like biology and chemistry. So UI will not ask that your 25 question from a lot of topics. They will just pick 1 or 2 and they will focus on, they will bombard you with questions from that topic. So if it's a topic that you know, good for you. And if it's a topic that you don't know, still good for you. That's just one thing I said I should just tell you. Yes, let me tell you this funny thing. There was a batch last year, 2024 position, that all their mathematics question came out from just one certain topic. All their mathematics question came out from one certain topic. So that's just how the UI exam is now. So now let's come to what we really want to discuss today. That's UI control question. Control question. What's control question? So control questions are questions that looks like mistake, that maybe it's typographical error, system glitches, just to reduce your score. But actually, it's actually UI intention. So UI purposely added those questions into the exam just to make sure that they can regulate the number of students that we have 25, the number of students that we have 100, have 99, or have 80. So that's the reason why UI always add those control questions. So control questions are not mistake. They are not typographical error, they are not system glitches or any like fault from anybody. It's actually one of your part of your question. UI purposely add those questions there just to make sure that no one can have 25, 25, no one can have 100, 100 or 99 over. So that's just it, just to control the high rate of 25 they are going to have, high rate of 100, 100 they are going to have. So we have series, a lot of control questions, which I'm actually going to list here. So, and I'm going to discuss them one after the other. So the first one I'm going to list is question without options. Question without option. Yeah, there are some questions that they don't have option. So, and it's not that your batch is going to see all this type of contribution. No, like it's that's like different batches with different batch with different different sheets of the exam. So that's how it is. So it's not that maybe it's just one batch that will see all this kind of contribution. Your contribution might just be two. Your contribution might just be like three. So that's how it is. It's you cannot predict it. It can be one, it can be two. So the first type of contribution I will discuss here is questions without options. So which you are going to see the question, maybe question number 20 chemistry. You see the question, but no options. So that's the first type of control question. Now, the second type of control question is options without question. Yes, we see option without question. You will just see like we see that the question is just blank and you see option. So why do you have to see all this kind of question? To make sure that you at least no matter if you sub, even if you are ChatGPT, you will still be able to miss one question. So that's the reason why UI is doing like this. So I think this is the second, yeah, this is the second type of control question I've talked about. Another one is incomplete question. Incomplete question. You can just see that we can just see that maybe the first three important words in that sentence has been erased. So the question will not actually make any meaning to you. So that's the second type of control question. And yeah, and the another and the third type of control question. So the fourth type of control question I'm going to discuss is question that deals with the diagram, but you won't have a diagram in your question. It's actually a diagram question that you need diagram to be able to determine your answer, but you won't be provided any diagram. So this is also a type of control question you can see. So to the next one, questions with incorrect options. Question with incorrect option. There are some people that you see the question, oh, but you will solve it, even if it's not a calculation question, you see that the answer is not there. But especially if it's not a calculation question, or more, you will the question will actually stress you because you can keep solving, and you will not see your option there. It's the only way you can just solve it, just give up and just move on. But eventually, okay, if it's not like it may be a chemistry question, an essay question, that what was this thing now? But the option is not there. So it's not as if they made mistake. No, that's they intentionally put those type of question there. So another type of control question you can meet is questions with similar options. Me personally, I saw this type of control question with similar options. Question with similar options. Now I'm going to use show you an example of this type of control question and how you can still maneuver, like how you can still manage to get it. Now note, meeting a control question does not mean you cannot be able to guess the question right. Or like let me tell you, all the 100 questions you will be asked, they definitely have the correct answer because those questions you were asked, the answer has already been imputed into the system. So whether they put a control question or they put not a control question, that question has the correct answer. So having a control question does not mean you will be like your chance of getting the question right or getting the question wrong is 100%. No, you can still be able to guess a control question and you'll be right with the answer you pick. So now the first example I'm going to cite is okay, check this for example. Which of this is not a vector quantity? Which of this is not a vector quantity? You see that all those options they are just blank. So you will be able to choose A, you'll be able to choose A, you'll be able to choose maybe B or C, or you'll be able to choose any option. But you just see that the option the answer are just blank, but the options are there. So you can just be lucky to just pick B, even though you know that you don't even know what is at front of that B, and you'll be correct. So that's just how it is. So don't leave any question unanswered. So that's an example under like question without option. So the second one is that yeah, question with incorrect options. Now check this for example. Pepsin act on dash A carbohydrate, B starch, C fat, D sugar. At first you will first read it again like is it my eyes? Pepsin act on protein now, so is it my eyes or something? So you first check, but you see that so this kind of question they can just make you like they can make you get depressed. Maybe for example someone that has missed like 5 questions back to back, 5 questions back to back. Now you now see a question that you actually do. Now you do not see the correct option. See, that thing can pain some up. See, because you that question will be as this question is simple, but just checking the option, you were just shocked. But it's protein so that's what it is. These questions are just added just to make sure that you do not have an absolute score like 25, 25, 100, 100, and the like. So this kind of question also, you can just choose anything, and that option you choose might actually be the correct answer. Note, every question you meet definitely have the correct has a correct option. That's it. Every question, all those 100 questions, they have the correct option. That's just how it is. But they might just want to look for a way to confuse you. So a control question does not mean you cannot get it right, but just to make sure that they control the high rate of 25 they're going to have. So you can just be lucky and you just pick any option and you'll be correct. So let's check this one. Yes, question without diagram. Question without diagram. Yeah, ultimate is a 300 level medicine student in UI. So the first webinar, the first day, my journey towards learning and understanding UI Post-UTME started was a webinar I attended, and Dr. Ultimate was a speaker. So he's a 300 level medicine student, right? So this type of question without like a diagram, question without a diagram. He saw that kind of question in his exam. Now, I said something that meeting the control question does not mean you will not be able to get the question right. Now, check something he said, and I quote him. He said, that question that he met, now, while preparing for Post-UTME, he studied jam pass question, he studied YA pass, he studied them well, like back to back. So, that question that he met, that control question, a diagram question that UI did not add the diagram. So, he was lucky to have solved that question before in YA pass question. So, see the question in the exam, he was like, this question is familiar. So because he has actually solved that question before while preparing for the Post-UTME, he was able to get it right. So what am I trying to say? Meeting a control question does not mean you have to miss the answer. Though the chances of you getting it right is very slim, but you can still be lucky. So now to the type of control question I met in my own exam. Check this. How many alphabet do we have in English language? A 26, B 25, C 24, D 26, E 20. Confusing, right? You can see this type of control question there. So now this type of question also you can still be able to get it right. In fact, I got it right. This is not actually the question, like I just use this as an example because I can add it. The question is in chemistry, so I cannot remember like what the question was all about and how it was presented. But I just use this as an example. So now, how can you answer this type of question? I'm not going to discuss it now. This is where I'm going to start my discussion in the next episode. So this type of control question, how can you be able to like 70% sure that okay you pick the correct number? Because if you check this question, option A is 26, option D is 26. Now, what is the best thing you can do in this kind of situation? Okay, come in the next episode. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to discuss how you can be able to solve questions like this and you will still get it right. So don't forget, meeting the control question does not mean you can miss like the chances of you missing the question is 100%. You can be lucky to get it right. So this is the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, right? Subscribe, comment, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to have sessions like this, like you want to have direct access to me, you want to like join my student and learn and prepare towards on the journey of replicating scores like this, then you can actually join the mentorship. You can check the description button, right? The description, you can check it. There's a form. A form has been added there where you can just go through, fill the form, and you will be right at our front. So down aside, if you want to join the community of our UI Post-UTME students, the WhatsApp group is also in the description or like button. So just click it, join them, brainstorming session. You can relate and interact with other aspirants. So thank you for watching and thank you also for liking this video. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.